4:11 on Friday, June 10th, 2022. Sam and I have just gotten to his place, downtown Phoenix from mine, near South Mountain in Phoenix. We're roughly 3 hours into a 100,000 step challenge. We are currently doing just under 6,000 steps an hour. Obviously a pace that we're going to have to increase on if we want to be out here for less than 24 hours. My feet is starting to show a little bit of signs of wear, right under my left big toe and my left heel. Where are yours at?
Yeah. I'm in the exact same boat. Left heel, the inside of the heel, and then right like underneath all the toes. Both of that on my left foot, and then the right foot there's a little bit under the toes, but heel's fine.
This is my third go at it, so I will say Sam's coming into this with some of the perks that I didn't have my first two times, such as bringing changes of shoes, changes of socks. That really does make a huge deal or huge impact on the wear and tear on the feet. Sam's mental space comes from a perspective of, well, if you get it, you get it. You know, it is what it is. For me, this is the last time I want to try it, and once I get it, I won't do it again. So today is like for all the marbles for me. So I'm very much being cognizant of every little feeling in my foot to make sure that I stay on top of it because I need to hit this today. We are 4 hours in. I just hit 23,500 steps, which is roughly 5,800 an hour. 6,000 steps an hour was our goal. So we're a little bit below that. Another note is that we're taking roughly 15 minutes off, it's seemingly now, every hour.
Well, we have.
Well, we've done it the last 2 hours. I'm happy with the pace that we're making. I do think we're going to be out here for longer than we initially had, anticipated. But I think right now, still completely in play and manageable to hit the 100,000. We did some treadmill work, as Sam took video of, and then walked around his outdoor area here at his place. Update on the feet.
That's gonna cost some money.
Yeah, right. Check out my OnlyFans. A little bit of a blister forming underneath the left big toe, which I mentioned last time, and now it's definitely forming. And I have a little bit of weakness feeling under the bottom right toe, which is the same thing that I felt the last time under the left toe. So definitely some stuff going, but super manageable.
Sutton was doing some interval running. I just kept the one pace. He's got about 3,000 more than me, so I'm at 20,000, like 500. But the shoe change, I switched to these nasty ass clunkers. But I don't feel it when I walk at all in the middle of my feet or the heel.
Show the first pair of shoes you're wearing too. We are heading back to my place now. I know it's been a minute since we've had an update.
Well, they don't know
actually,
that.
It's been more than a minute since we've had an update. It's been a few hours. We walked around downtown
Phoenix twice.
I actually took an hour off from 8 to 9 a.m. to rest my legs because I honestly thought I was going to be done, and these tires weren't going to be finishing the race if I didn't take a rest and have that pit stop. So it was super well welcomed. I actually been moving fairly decently since that hour break. It obviously set us behind a little bit on our averages and all of that and whatnot, but that's my update up to this point. I think right now I'm at before we started this, which is a couple minutes ago, so not a big difference, I was at 43,500 steps.
I'm at about 36,000, maybe 37 after we started doing this. I showered. I tried to continue walking. And then I took I took a shower, and then I sat around a little bit due to the fact that one of my toes was bleeding. And I got a pretty decent sized blister right on the left foot, right underneath the, not the big toe, but the one next to it, the one next door to the left. We'll check in there if we Sutton, I think we'll both make it. But we're moving at a much slower pace.
We're moving at a
than we were
snail's pace
before.
right now, yeah. We're moving at a snail's pace right now for sure.
It's 10:36. I'm almost at 39,000 steps or 40,000. Blister. Popped. Frick. 10:49 a.m. I just surpassed the 40,000 step mark. It just hit 100 degrees. The high is supposed to be like 113, 114. The blister's feeling better. Like I think it popped and I was just going numb because it's still there. It didn't go away. But nonetheless, I'm finding a groove. A slow groove. Slow down, buddy. This video is brought to you by Sour Strips, the candy of walking 100,000 steps. 11:06 on our way back to Sutton's. Suddy has called, what do they call it in the game? Wants to be a millionaire. You make the call a friend or something. Lex is on the way to pick him up. It's really hot out. It's 102 now. He's wearing all black. He's overheating, so smart decision by him. I'm feeling good. 2 hours from their place, so I'm gonna walk there. There's a McDonald's. It's kind of like the silver lining for me to get me there. I'm feeling all right enough to make it there. McDonald's was the light at the end of the tunnel for me. I'm 300 steps away from 50,000. I don't know what the rest of the day holds. It's literally like 12:40. So there's still like so much time left, but my hamstrings have never been more sore in my entire life. Like ever. I think I'm starting to get a blister on the right foot. I'm trying not to think about it. But we're gonna keep trucking. I'm literally, I think like 25 to 30 minutes max walk back to Sutton. So I'm not gonna quit now and ask for a ride. I'm gonna eat this. Just made it back to Sutton's place. I think it took like 3.5 hours to get here. I didn't make that stop at McDonald's. I did sit in there for a long time, just pondering my existence and what am I doing with my life. But we made it back. It's 1:40, so about 12 hours in. I'm at 53,533 steps. I don't know what the future entails for me, but I'm freaking just sitting down until, and at least for the foreseeable future.
This is the last clip you guys saw was during the day. It's been 2 weeks since we did the 100-step challenge.
We're horrible with recap.
With
recap videos.
Closing things, yes. None of us got 100,000.
No.
We just hit a wall. Like, I think Sutton was in the same boat as me. I got back to his place. I took a nap, and it wasn't necessarily, I had blisters on my feet, but my hamstrings were so tight I couldn't stand up straight, and It was just done. It was all I had, and we were literally like 12 hours in of the 24, and it was it.
Yeah,
I ran out of steam.
Both of us are well over halfway by noon, and then proceeded to not take any further steps after.
You have your phone?
I don't. It's charging in the other room, but I do know I was. I know Sam got more than me. I was just over 55,100 steps. That's a horrible focus. Oh, you had it for a hot second.
56,129.
So Sam got about 1,000 more steps than I did, which makes sense because you ended up actually getting the...
Yeah, I was able to truck the whole entire way back to his
back
place,
to my house, whereas
sucked.
I got picked up like halfway back.
Halfway.
What was really interesting is I do believe that the shoe and sock combo switch-arounds were super effective because my feet had no signs of blisters, nothing whatsoever. We're definitely going to do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely going to do it again. I know I was saying that was going to be my last go-around at it, but there's no chance. Sam hit the nail on the head. My legs were unbelievably sore, which shows me that now it's just time to work up the legs a little bit and get in a little bit better shape, I suppose, to be able to get that next 50,000.
It's crazy because, like, at the time, I was toast. Like, I was done. Like, I was barely able to drive back to my apartment. But the next day, I was walking around fine.
Yeah,
literally
ditto.
the next morning.
Ditto, and that's what's wild is because you saw the aftermath of my first two, and there was no walking around.
The first one,
I didn't walk for weeks. I mean, I was done. So I mean, a huge pointer for the next one to just push through.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a soreness level this time, and there was no long-standing issues, which was amazing. Definitely low 110s. And I had thought that my feet were absolutely like destroyed when I had cut it, like when I called it a day. And when I got home, I realized, after literally, I slept for a couple hours, but after waking up, that my feet were perfectly fine. But my feet were so hot during the walk that I thought I got to have blisters or something's got to be wrong. I genuinely think that the ground was so unbelievably hot, and we were outside walking for so long that like my feet were basically, on the ground at that point. I think the bottoms of the shoes got to be just so hot that it was burning my feet.
And even though like it wasn't like 115, like it hit the peak like right around when I was walking back to your place, so you weren't out there, but the ground, it's in the sun all day. The sun's out, so the ground's hot no matter if it's like 100 or 115. The ground's cooking.
Yeah, and I don't know if we got a video of that, but it was 94 at 1 a.m. when we went out.
Yeah,
it was 94
we didn't
degrees.
Clip the first like walk.
Got it.
I think we were half asleep.
Yeah. But literally, when we actually started our walk at 1 a.m. and it was 94 degrees already when we first went out. So I think next time we go on try to go on a cooler day for sure as well.
Yeah,
because that was a huge factor.
I think it was a good first go for me. Like Sutton, he brought up in the video. I kind of took some of the things that he learned along his first 2 goes and applied it this time, so I was able to get a decent amount on this first run through.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, it's not even about like, yes, you want to complete the challenge, but like I can't remember the last time like I pushed myself physically and mentally.
Mentally is the biggest, yeah.
Because like I couldn't even stand up straight, but I was literally walking in 113-degree weather.
Yeah, that'll tear your shit down. It'll tear your shit
I could have just called and got a ride at any point, but it's more just like a mental, just like just.
Yep.
And each time it's just trying to one up. The goal is obviously to actually complete the challenge, but just keep bettering myself each time.
Absolutely, and I think I think what did you in with the blister too was because you're like, no man, these shoes are fucked. These shoes fuck. I don't know if we got that on video, but it was hilarious. We did, obviously we were stopping roughly every hour to change shoes and sock combos, and Sam had a shoe that he was saying it felt great. This feels amazing. And he was like talking it up like, I don't need to switch. I'm going to switch socks, but I'm not going to switch shoes. And literally the next round out, you're like...
I had to switch shoes.
He had some blisters.
I had a blister on my toe. I had a blister on my toe. Was bleeding.
I was like, I told you got to switch. So definitely some truth to that strategy, to that combo. But yeah. All right.
Signing off for now. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Foolishly.
See you in the fall.
Foolishly, we'll be back.
We'll see you in the fall.